Welcome back to the South-South. The Bayelsa state government has spoken concerning the situation of the complaints of students in the UK, saying that their tuition fees and upkeep fees have not been paid. The chairperson of the State Scholarship Board says efforts are being made to ensure outstanding sums owed to students on scholarship in the diaspora are paid. Mrs. Rebecca Suwari, however, says the current economic challenges resulting in shortage of available funds caused the delay.
First place, it was the benevolence of the government that actually made even increase the number to this, because governor felt that everybody has a right to scholarship and good education. That's why it got to this. And what has happened over the years is that when educationally, they are not threatened. Because when a school needs a letter of update of our own commitment, we write regularly to these schools. Then when it comes to their personal upkeep, yes, we are owing. But the financial meltdown has affected us. And also with these election campaigns and others, we've been a bit lacking in some payments. But please, we are asking them to hold on a little. Governor is committed to them. And thank God he has even been re-elected, which gives him the confidence that Bayelsans want him.
And now we'll be speaking with one such student who's affected by the issue in London at Middlesex University, Anna Buseri, who is of the Bayelsa State Scholarship Student Scheme. And we'll be talking to her very shortly about this issue. Hello, Hannah.
Hi.
Now, do you take any comfort from what the chairman of the board said, Mrs. Rebecca Suwari, that the government is indeed very concerned about the matter and that they actually write letters, I suppose, to those schools, telling them that they will pay in the case that they're defaulting, and that also to the students that as soon as funds are available, everything will be okay. Do you take any comfort from what she says?
Well, I do not comfort to what she has just said, because actually, they've actually written letters to schools, but unfortunately, those letters were not honored. And those letters were written sometime last year. Since then till now, the universities are all asking for their full tuition fees, and it's getting really worse. That last week, a few of us had to go back home because of the non-payment issues, and this week coming and so on till January ends, we all will be gradually going back home because our visas are actually expiring, and if the government doesn't come to our aid anytime soon, we'll all go back home without rounding up our education and our studies. Well, she actually said it's because of the elections. We've been owed for myself for 1 year, 6 months, and PhD and MSc students for close to 2 years. So I do not see how that affects the elections. The elections were just concluded recently. I don't think that was actually, the statement she made was actually right.
How soon, we also want to thank you for being the voice, if you were, one of the voices in the public, drawing attention to this issue, and we empathize with this situation. But some information, if you will, how soon after the scholarship began, that you began your studies, did this situation occur?
Well, in my own case, I can actually for a fact say for my own self. In my own case, before I left Nigeria, I was told that I should come to the UK, get enrolled, pay my visa fees and every other thing. And once I come into the UK, that I should write back to them with receipts and evidence showing that my visas were processed and everything back to them, and they would actually pay me or reimburse me while paying my stipend. But unfortunately, from the day I arrived the UK, which was on the 5th of 2014, till now, no stipend has been paid to me. However, I actually thought it was probably because of the government and the crisis, or probably they gave us stories and so on. We actually thought that was it, and we were all coping, trying to cope from families sponsoring us and so on and so forth. But during April 2015, that was when I found out that even my tuition fee has not been paid. And not just myself, all the MSc students that actually came into the UK at that time had not been paid stipends, neither had their tuition fees been paid. That was when I also found out that PhD and BSc students in the UK have not been paid for 2 years. At that time, which was April last year, that was like for 1 year. And presently, we MSc students have not been paid for going to 1 year, 6 months, and BSc and PhD students for close to 2 years now or more.
Thank you. Thank you, Anna Buseri, for drawing attention to this issue. We hope this will serve also as, if you like, a catalyst for the Bayelsa state government to do something in an urgent manner. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
From there, we'll turn our attention to the southeast from the south-south. The Imo State Governor, Rochester Okorocha, has sworn in 13 commissioners, 26 new transition committee chairmen for various local government areas, and a chief economic advisor to the state government. At the event, the governor charged new appointees to consolidate on the successes recorded by his rescue mission administration over the last 4 years and ensure they work together with a vision and mission to make Imo State better, as well as deliver the dividends of democracy to the people of the state. And that brings this edition of News Across Nigeria, where from the south-south, the southeast, the north-central, and northwest, we're bringing you information of what's happening now in your neck of the woods. I'm Olumide Macaulay. Have a great weekend.